back to Behind the Veil podcast, and today I'm not alone. As you can see already, I have someone in my company and in your company, guys. So just now we're gonna welcome him, but before we do that, I just want to thank everybody that has been subscribing, that has been sharing my channel, that has been making sure that they get notified by just hitting that notification bell every time I post a video. Guys, you are seen and you are appreciated. So today we're just gonna be speaking more, gonna be hearing more of his stories, more about God's glory in his life, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy. As you have seen, last time we were speaking about purpose, we were speaking about mental health, and I hope everybody, you guys enjoyed. If you haven't watched it, just make sure that you go back to the videos that I posted so that you can just go and check what was it about. So I'm just gonna give you a chance to just introduce yourself. I don't know how you want to do it. Just say. I will just ask you if you maybe missed out on something.
Hi guys, my name is Buchiro Brighton Famadi. Others know me as Ayo Mush. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that's my name, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's my name.
Oh yeah. So this is my best friend. That's what you were supposed to say as well. Who you are?
I was supposed to say what?
Yes.
I was supposed to say you're my best friend.
Yes. I get it. You see, with the, okay, you know what? It's fine. Yeah, this is my best guys. You know what? This is my best friend, and today he's joining me for this episode. Yeah, so we're just gonna start it off right now, right? Yeah. So I have like a few questions for you, and how? Okay, let's do this. Before we even start, can you please just tell them what you do?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am an artist. I am a sound engineer, and I also record music. I'm an instrumentalist. Yeah, okay, I don't know how to say all of these things, but I'm in the music business.
Yeah.
And most of what I do is just basically taking a song that doesn't sound nice that an artist records, and they feel like they needed to take it to the top, but they just don't know how. So I'm that guy who gets the song, and then I make sure that the song is mixed, number one, and I also make sure that the song sounds, I would say, balanced, and the instruments are like, you can hear them, and all of that, and then the sound at the end should sound like a great song. That's my purpose. That's where I come in. Yeah, I don't know if that answers the question, but yeah.
Yes, it
all
does.
in all, that's what a sound engineer does.
Yes.
But specifically, final mixing and mastering engineer. That's the term for what I actually do.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, guys. I'll be asking you more about your career as well, right? Before any other like deep questions, how do you balance? Okay, let's start with this one, right? What inspires your creativity, and how do you stay motivated?
What inspires my creativity? I think number one, God. God is a huge source of my creativity. I think I have one song titled Yahweh. If you check the credits, you'll see that it was written by God, then Buchiro Brighton Famadi. So that's, for me, that like every single day, God is my inspiration. Because most of the time I pray before making a beat, making a song, just so that I know what direction to take, being led by the Holy Spirit. But yeah, and then
what motivates you? Oh, it's God.
Yeah. It's still
okay,
God.
no, it's fine. It's untied. So the next question, I think this question, okay, you're a Christian, right? So many people, as they are Christians, they believe that Christians do not listen to secular music.
Okay.
Nah? So my question to you is like, how do you balance like Pelakiri, you just said you're a sound engineer.
Yes.
It means that now any person can just send you any song for you to engineer the song. Any person, even if the song is like full of cursing words and whatever. So how do you find yourself being able to balance like secular music and like gospel music in a sense in your personal life? Like, do the songs that people send you for you to engineer, because obviously you don't do it for just a day, you have to listen over and over again for that song for it to be perfect. So like, how do you balance that? Like, does it affect your personal life? How do you feel with that? Like, how do you balance Christianity and secular music?
Okay, first of all, it does affect my personal life, but I wouldn't say it changes my heart or makes me conform to it, you know. So yes, it does have an impact. You can't listen to an Amapiano song and not remember the melody afterwards, you know. So for someone like me, I'm gonna repeat that same song that I'm mixing for thousands of times because I'm trying to get this small specific vocal to really fit with what comes literally milliseconds after that. And the song is 3 minutes and I still have to think about the whole 3 minutes. So you have to think about making sure that the song really sounds good in every aspect, and that means repeating the song. And so in the end, I find myself humming the melodies of that song.
Imagine.
You know, but at the end of that, I think what I like to do is that I'll stop, or even in between the sessions or in between mixing, I'll stop and then I'll just stand up, go outside, refresh, take a breather. Maybe the song is full of cussing, right? And I need to refresh my mind. I'm gonna go outside, breathe, take a breather, play a little bit of gospel there, you know, just to revive my mind. Just, oh God, Konje, what did you want me to, you know, like I'm trying to make my brain to understand that this is not what we are going to. Like, my brain wants that. My brain, the flesh likes that. It likes these crazy things. But for me, I'm like, no. Let's rather dive back. Let's listen to gospel. So I think that's how I sort of balance, you know, the way that, you know, I don't want to get influenced by it. But at the end of the day, it's my job. It's my business. So you need to be thinking about those things that, yes, I'm working with this song, but I don't want it to change me at the end of the day. So
that is so true. That is so true. I think for me, you know, every time God puts you where He knows you can go, like, conquer. Because I think I'm just speaking for me, even if I don't know, but I personally just feel like in that industry I was gonna do bad, because He knows, like, I'm not really a fan of secular music and stuff like that. So even to listen to the song, it takes me, I don't know how long. So I think He is put there because He, like, he's going, like, He's conquering it, man. You are really conquering it.
Thank you.
So next question, I am just gonna jump up and down. It's not gonna be a specific, like, criteria, right? So take us through your songwritings or your artistic processes. Like, just take us through, like.
This is hard to even say because I'm not lying about what I'm about to say. I literally I can take 2 weeks just writing one verse. If not 3 weeks, if not 4 weeks sometimes. The other time I took a month to even come up. I think Yahweh, the first verse in Yahweh, I promise you, it took at least almost a month. You know, and that for me, I realized that my songwriting, I would say, ability of writing fast, I struggle with that. So I take time, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm also trying to listen to the Holy Spirit. I'm also trying to also get the subject matter, and I'm also trying to, and this happens in my songs, by the way. In my own personal songs, that's how long I take. But for other people, one day,
quick.
you know, just there in the studio, and it just comes and it flows like it's nothing. But for me, it's a long process, you know, and I still have to fine tune everything, so it takes time. I think that answered the songwriting.
It
And
does.
the other,
It was the same thing. Artistry and songwriting. Is it the same answer?
yeah,
Because
even
artistry is
artistry.
just you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, but I think writing a song is difficult, man. I honestly think so, because I remember that day that you just said just write something. I'm like, yo, like it's really difficult, because what am I writing?
Yeah, because sometimes you see someone who can write and you're like, wow, this is simple, most like they could do it in less than 1 minute, but at the same time you find yourself trying to do it. You're like, whoa, this is so many, like, I have to think about the rhyme scheme. I can't just always rhyme. I need to also take into consideration my punctuations, my subject line, like what's the thing that's going to be memorable for people, what are people going to be saying after they've listened to the song, so I think it's those things that you have to think about in the songwriting. And some people literally have the gift for it, but some of us, we need to like really like practice,
dwell in it,
but it's just practicing. The more you practice at it, the more you
get good at it. That's so true. If we had to move away a bit, I would like you to just share a testimony about who God has been in your life, the time you received Jesus Christ for yourself, because I know that you grew up in a... Okay, you're gonna tell them. So you're just gonna tell them how, like, when was that time where you just felt like, now, what happened for you to receive Jesus Christ for yourself, and when was it, and how did it happen, and all those things. Just this testimony of, you find your journey with Jesus.
Oof. Yeah, it's a tough one, but I think all my childhood, my mom used to take me to church. Used to be that thing of like, Chief, we're going to church no matter what. It doesn't matter what, how you are feeling today. You wanna go, we're going to the toilet. I mean, church. Okay, I meant church. Sorry about that. I meant church. Yeah, so like we used to always like go to church every single Sunday, and my mom used to be very strict on that, and I didn't understand who God was at the time. I just felt like, there's some God out there who just knows my name and is in heaven. That's what I thought. He's up there. He's not like with me. He's just up there. He's far away. Until I grew up. Fast forward to 2015, 2016. I was not baptized still, but I think at that time I started understanding like who God is. The more I read the Bible for myself, the more I prayed, the more I fasted. At that time, the fasting was going crazy. Like, it was intense. I felt like one day was too much. I felt like not even just 1 day, 2 hours. 2 hours was a lot. Or 4, 6 hours. I was shaking at some point. But it got better with time, and also with pursuing who God is for my life.
That's so cool.
And I got to see God in, I'd say, in my dad passed on. It felt I would say, yes, it's painful when your father or your mom passes on, but at the same time, I think for me, the comfort, in as much as we would like to believe that the comfort comes from our family, for me, family, yes, was that support, but the comfort part, I think God like really did that. That's where I felt God the most. And I remember, just getting the news. I just went outside, like it was 7 p.m. and I cried when I was at home. And then when I came out, I started walking. I just felt this overwhelming you know, even I ask myself, like, why am I not sad? Why am I not crying like crazy? Like, why doesn't it feel like there's been a bomb somewhere, you know, and people have passed on, you know, like it didn't feel as how you would see it in movies, if I could put it like that, you know, people on movies, you see them, you know, and all of that, and it's just like, for me, it wasn't like that, and I feel like that's where, like, God really revealed himself to me, and I think from that day on, I just stuck with the fact that God is my comforter in moments of trials, in moments of you know, grief, any bad moments. I just felt him being in my life. So yeah, and then from then on, it just became that thing, like, pray, seek God and his righteousness, and just in that manner, you know, just trying to see who I am in him and why he's brought me here. Why am I facing all this? That the more I started asking those questions for myself, the more I also pursued and got answers. Yeah.
Next on Behind the Veil.
Exercise thinking first about God before your situations.
Yeah,
The more you
that's
think
good.
about him before your situations, then you're basically saying, God, I know you are greater than my problem.